This is Mirage. Mirage makes a living as a travel writer. He loves motorcycling, golf, playing the guitar, and just bumming around. He's decided to travel for a year to find himself. About time.
This is Johan. Johan is a photographer. Johan is Swedish, but he's lived and worked in 4 continents. He's done some pretty interesting gigs along the way. Johan's current obsession is shooting astral time lapses. He plans to backpack in India for a year of travel and adventure. I've always been a morning person. There's something about getting out while the world hasn't yet risen from its slumber.
Good morning.
Reminds you that there's more to life than the wash of work and the wheels of commerce. I've never associated Panjim with the beach, but there's one right outside our hotel in Donna Paula. There's hardly anyone out here at this hour, just a pack of dogs frolicking about. Street dogs in Goa seem to be a happy lot. I think they know that no one is out to hurt them here. Doesn't it say a lot about a place where animals feel safe? For someone like me who didn't grow up near the sea, standing in front of the ocean is a humbling experience. Pulsing, ebbing, it seems like a gigantic creature that with one flick of its wrist could wipe out all existence, and all you feel is gratitude. It kind of puts things in perspective for me. I'm going to try and hold on to that. Thank you, Goa. You've been lovely. As always.
Alright, final day. Half the crew is leaving Goa. Guess who's not leaving? Johan and Gino. You guys are embarking on a road trip to Goa's only hill station. And they've got matching caps. Where is your cap, Gino? Where's Put it on. Alright, the crew is leaving. Listen, be careful, don't do anything stupid. Alright, cheerio, have a good trip, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Everyone goes to the beaches in Goa, and I've been no exception. That's why, when Mrunmai, who took Mirage and me for a caves tour in Goa, mentioned she was heading up to Verlem, a hill station in Goa, I was all ears. It's too good an opportunity to pass up. Plus, Goa without Mirage just seems so much lovelier. I've come to the Netravali Wildlife Sanctuary, and Mrunmai is taking me to a town called Verlem, where I will be having an authentic village experience. Let's see what's on offer in this remote part of Goa, which is as close as you can get to a hill station. Okay, so maybe hill station is overstating it. Still, Verlem, located in the southern part of Goa, right in the middle of the Western Ghats, is a far cry from the tropical vibe of the coast. I feel like I'm on one of those, retreats with no electronics. We'll see how we go.
A lot of oxygen.
I'll get to be a villager for 2 days.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's get on with it. Let's see what my room looks like. Verlem is a large village and practically unknown to outsiders. There are only 5 homestays here, and I have managed to get a room in one. All right.
This is the homestay.
Hello. Hello, hello. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So, which is my room?
Come this way.
This side? Okay. I'll go with the dog. Let's see. Wow. Nice. Hello, Mrunmai.
Hi, Johan.
You got yourself a little cat. Nice. A community experience.
Yes.
What does it mean to have a community experience?
Community experience, you have to be a part of community and do what they do.
We're in a tough spot here. So the technique involves to pull,
Yes.
and then to
Pull and then squeeze.
and then to squeeze like this, is it?
Yes. That doesn't make the cow uncomfortable either. You actually make the action that a cow would do.
Oh. Oi, 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 oi. If there will be anything left. I managed reasonably well, if I may say so myself. This one is, I think it's out of milk.
No, squeeze it hard. सोपले काय जातं दूध सोपले?
तिचा टाइम झाला दूध नाही सोडणार नु. तेव्हा तिचा टाइमच आहे.
She understood that as in somebody else is milking. So they literally stopped giving them.
The cow was like, wow, aram se.
Yeah.
What I wasn't prepared for was consuming the fruit of my labor.
So how is it?
It's very good. What a fantastic first day. Mirage is really missing something. It's only at night that you can really appreciate just how far removed Verlem is from the rest of Goa. There's practically no urban sky glow and the stars really come out.
We're on the way up to the top of a hill where we can see the sunrise, which we're starting to see the signs of now. We had to start really early. A leopard recently killed a dog in the village, so we've gathered a bit of a group so we can move in one big pack and we should be safer. All around us in this field, you can just hear the buzzing of bees. It's like this entire field is alive. The sun is about to rise, so let's see if we can head up to this point up here. Get an overview before the sun breaks. Should happen in the next 10 minutes. The sun is about to break right now. I'm gonna set up the tripod right here because I have a bit of a clearing here. I can see the view fairly decently, and I'll just set that up and let that click away while we're walking up the rest of the way to the actual peak of this hill.
So Johan, how do you feel on the third highest mountain in Goa?
I suppose this is not what people think of when they think of Goa, right?
This is very
have you ever
much
faced
different.
that when you've told people that you live in Goa?
Yeah, they
Do
asked
you show
me.
them photos from this area?
Oh, they don't believe that this is part of Goa. They believe it's Karnataka, they believe it's Maharashtra. But Goa, they just ask me, how close are you to the beach? And I say, I'm not. I'm close to the forest. I'm not that close to the beach. And this is what I still love about Goa. Having mountains on one side, beach on the other, and you just get a wide variety in between. So what you see are all Sahyadri mountains. Have tea.
Thank you, Didi.
If it was pretty at night, then sunrise at Verlem is breathtaking. I'm glad we made the effort of walking all the way here. Verlem is truly in the wild. Strawberries. Now who would have thought you'd find strawberry plantations in Goa of all places? Mrunmai tells me that when the villagers first planted strawberries a few years back, they made a total killing in the market because no one else was growing them. Apparently, they did so well that the next year they didn't feel the need to plant them again. Finally, when they did, other producers had caught on, and the market was saturated. It sounds almost like a parable, but I'm not going to say what the moral of the story is. For me, it's a disarming narrative of how Verlem's villagers are still simple folk.
also have a cashew tree over here.
Bottom bit is much larger than the top. And then the fruit becomes much bigger and the nut just sits outside of the fruit.
You can remove that fruit.
I'll take the whole fruit down.
Yeah?
Oh, it just fell off. That's a good sign in the fruit world that it just falls right off the tree when you touch it, I think.
So this has to be twisted.
Then it's twisted.
And removed.
Okay.
And you can eat this part. So here's a cashew nut.
But this is a giant cashew nut. Is there a shell on this?
Yeah.
Is there a shell on this nut also?
Yes. So this shell, it's the cashew is roasted in the cashew factory, and then the shell is removed manually.
Wow.
And the nut is taken out.
That sounds quite labor intensive. I've actually never heard of cashew fruit. Looks like a little bit like a banana on the inside.
Wow, I had no idea you could eat a cashew fruit. Homemade jaggery. Or good shakar, a jaggery.
Good.
Good shakar. It's just melting over the finger on either side. It's like a little paste. I've never seen it like this. Strange.
Sweet.
Thanks, Mrinmai. You're so sweet.
As the dragon.
Pure sugar. What an eye-opener this little sojourn has been. Goa is a state, and I don't think most visitors comprehend just how large and diverse it is. I certainly didn't. I'll never forget Verlem, a Goa in which you can pick strawberries, climb hills, and watch the sunset behind the Western Ghats. Just down the hill from Verlem lies the Netraveli bubbling lake, also known as the Budbud Tal. Now last night, villagers in Verlem told me about this lake and the mysterious bubbles that, well, bubble to the surface every time you clap your hands. I'm at Budbud Tali, or Bubble Lake, which is a lake like a small pond where apparently if you clap your hands, bubbles come out from the bottom of the lake. Now when I first heard about this, I thought it sounded quite far-fetched. I didn't know what to make of it. So I've come here to check it out for myself and to see if it's really true. What could it be? Perhaps Verlem's very own Nessie? Could this be the Indian Loch Ness? I think this area here, this is where Okay, I'll be honest, the bubbles come whether you clap or not. The discovery for me is the number of tiger barb freshwater fish in the lake. I'm very familiar with this fish. We used to have these in our aquarium at home where I grew up in Sweden. They love to pick out snails from shells for food. In here though, they're going for my feet like only hungry fish can. What an experience. Wow, I'm so glad I came here. There's literally thousands of fish swimming around my legs at the moment. And the small little zebra colored ones, they seem to be picking at my feet a little bit if I stand in one spot for too long. What a strange experience. I'm gonna take a little swim and then get out of the lake. Right around the corner from the lake lies the Tanshikar Spice Farm. I like spices, but the reason I really wanted to stop by this farm on the way out is because here they grow cacao, the raw ingredient for cocoa. I'm going to try and lay my hands on some. Chinmay Tanshikar is the third generation of his family to run this farm. He also runs daily tours for interested visitors like me. It's quite an expansive plantation. There's plenty of cacao, for sure. But there's also vanilla pods, cinnamon trees, and coffee bushes.
So these are vanilla pods, are they?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never. It looks a bit like a bean, you know?
Yeah, it's bean, vanilla beans we call, or vanilla pods. Second most expensive spice after saffron.
Right,
Grows
I've heard that
mainly
there's
in
like a big shortage of vanilla right now.
Yeah, because it's cyclone has destroyed maximum plantation from Madagascar, which is a mother
Right.
country for vanilla.
Oh, that's where they come from originally.
Yeah, that's a mother country.
Right. That's why they say that Madagascar vanilla is the
yes,
best vanilla or something. That's
yes,
where they all
right.
come from.
That's right. Because when vanilla start making flowers, each and every flower we have to pollinate it by hand.
Really?
But in Madagascar, hummingbirds can do that. Naturally, it can happen only in Madagascar, but 20 to 30% maximum. Rest people has to do it there.
So at your plantation with these ones, these have all been hand
Hand pollinated.
pollinated.
Yeah.
Okay, should we check if there is
Yeah.
any flowers that
Yes.
where we can see this? You have a lot of space to play around. I mean, there's so many different species.
Yeah.
What tree is this one right here?
Here, favorite of all in the world, cacao.
This is cacao.
Cacao.
I've
cacao-
actually never seen a cacao tree before.
Cacao or cocoa is the same. Some people say cacao, but the
Oh.
difference is when we harvest the cacao pods, take out the beans,
Yeah.
make a fermentation. That is a must process to get chocolate flavor from it
Okay.
for 12 to 15 days, and dry. That's raw cacao.
Okay.
Then same beans are roasted to preserve it for a long time. Then it will become cocoa. So cacao and cocoa is the same.
Oh,
Only
but then when
this
you're
processing.
doing that process, do you still get like all those medicinal properties, or is
Yeah, but
that
in-
going out the window?
Now in a roasting process, lot of things loses.
Right.
Raw is more healthy. Now it is a fashion to eat raw things.
Right.
But raw should be cheaper actually compared
So
to
then when
processed
they're
one.
saying that you should eat chocolate, like that's not necessarily true that you'll get all those good benefits
No.
unless
Very-
it's raw cacao.
Unless a raw. Now people doesn't know about these things. That's why they don't demand. And if there is no demand, nobody
Right.
will supply. And to preserve it for maybe 8 months, 1 year, then we have to roast them.
Right.
But in a roasting process, it will lose a lot of things like magnesium, zinc,
Right.
serotonin.
Like all
Yes,
those
sir.
things, they're really good for say curing depression. and-
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
Depression, serotonin helps to develop brain.
Right.
Endorphin helps in love. When people are in love, endorphin released from the body. Same thing is there in a chocolate.
Right.
That's why chocolate has become symbol of love all over the
But
world.
then, do you think that in that chocolate you don't get those benefits
No,
because
in
it's
a
been
raw
roasted?
in raw things you can get once it get processed.
Right.
It loses those things.
Pepper is a vine plant that grows along another host plant that reach far up in the sky. These workers have to climb up on a narrow ladder to reach their crop. It looks a bit dangerous and tedious to say the least, but at least they get a ladder, which is not the case when it comes to picking beetle nuts.
There's some technique required, some strength. Upper body strength is must to lift the body again and again. Way to put it in legs. Spread them as much as you can. You have to believe on that rope. It will not break at all. So interlock your fingers. Take support of elbow. First step, try to be on your hand. So I will click my toes up. It will make, try to touch toes. It will make locking system on a straight tree. So I will always spreading them from behind. The moment I loosen it, I will slip down. And then go on climbing. It looks easy.
Wow.
It's not.
Wow. Wow. That is so cool.
I don't think Jinmai expected anyone to actually volunteer.
Now, see, interlock your fingers up to head height. Take support of elbow, like this, and see if you can lift your body. At the same time, try to touch your toes. Yeah, that's right. Really spread them from behind. That's right. Good. That's perfect.
I dare say I was quite surprised at how well I managed. It's not apparent here, and it wasn't to me at the time either, but I managed to scrape myself properly in this foolish endeavor. Oh well, at least I can say I climbed a beetle nut tree. How often do you get a chance like that? And so ends our little sojourn to Verlem and Goa. I can't say I'm happy to be heading back. I mean, who in their right mind would be happy heading back to Delhi's polluted air after a month in this beautiful state? The thing about clichés is that they're clichés for a reason, and every once in a while you'll find yourself bang in the middle of one. Goa is everything it's hyped up to be. In fact, as I discovered over my last 2 days, it's so much more.